to hit my arm. We're back and we're better than ever. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Rebecca here in the flesh. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Rebeccah TV. Welcome back to Rebeccah TV. And I'm so glad that I'm finally sitting back down here and I'm doing this because it has been about a month now. Oh, don't mind me. I am so terribly sorry. I just got consumed by life, by work, by school, by everything. I knew that I had to film this video just to make up for all that lost time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my most embarrassing stories. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my most embarrassing stories. Some of these ones just topped my charts and I knew I had to share it with you guys. So I made a list. I actually took the time to write down a list of all my embarrassing stories that I want to share with you. Like and subscribe. So let's get into this video because you know what? We've been wasting too much time already. So, first embarrassing story. A lot of my embarrassing stories happened when I was in high school. I managed to make it through high school with only some minor embarrassments, okay? The napkin dispenser story. Napkin dispenser story, right? I'm at lunch in, I want to say freshman year. Our lunch, we have different age groups. It's not just freshmen. It was freshmen, it was sophomores, probably some juniors. I doubt seniors, but there were definitely a good mix of students everywhere. I had a friend group who I was sitting with freshman year, me and the gals, you know. I had gotten a sandwich or a wrap or something because it required me to have ranch dressing. So I got my ranch dressing and I had it inside of this boat tray. I'm gonna put a picture of the boat tray right here. I had a boat tray. The boat tray had the ranch on the side, it had my sandwich on the other side. You know, I'm going in, it's lunchtime. At the same time as I'm eating, I'm on my phone, you know, I'm on my phone using it. And I guess I was eating and using it at the same time and I dropped my phone inside my ranch. All the holes in the bottom of my phone for the charging piece, for the speakers, all this filled with ranch dressing. It's like giving me PTSD. So what I do? I start panicking. I'm like, oh my god, I got ranch dressing my phone. Everybody at the table is like, calm down. But I'm panicking because I know that this is a brand new phone, this is a lot of money, this is ranch dressing stuck in my holes. I just said that. Okay, I get up and I run over to the napkin dispenser. We have an area where there's a bunch of forks, knives, spoons, napkins, condiments, anything. There's a bunch of stuff at one side of the cafeteria. I run over to the area with all of that. I go crazy and start pulling the napkins from the napkin dispenser. And I probably pull out like a good 30. I went straight this way, got what I needed, ran back to go back to my table. I turn around and I start going back towards my table on my mission to go clean the holes, ranchy holes, holy ranches. As I'm walking back, I hear this loud bang. I just hear this loud crash. And I like slow down and then stop in my tracks and people start laughing everywhere. People are like laughing. They're all looking in the direction behind me. So I stop and I just turn around. I turn around slowly. And when I turn back around, behind me there's a cloud. There is a storm of napkins everywhere. I had pulled down the whole napkin dispenser and it just exploded everywhere. There was napkins like... Everybody's looking, everybody's laughing, all the grades, I'm a freshman, I just yanked down the napkin dispenser, wow. I go up to the security guard who was by that door in that area. He just looks at me with this mean, stern face. He looks really mad. I start to apologize. I say,
I'm so sorry, I'll clean it all up, like I got this.
But at the same time, I have my holy ranch in my head, like the ranchy holes is in my head, my phone, and I know it's like seeping in deeper and deeper into it. I start to explain this thing to this guy and I'm like so overwhelmed, I'm so worked up, and he's like,
you've done enough.
He just plain out, he goes,
you've done enough. Go back to your seat.
I walk away from the pile on the floor from the storm that had just happened. I go back to my table. All my friends had seen what happened, so they were getting a good laugh out of it too. I was like, ah. I cleaned up as much as I could. I went home, I had to use like Q-tips to get it out of the holes, but it was okay. The phone was okay. That's all that really mattered, right? That my phone was okay. After that, no one ever spoke about it again, honestly. I don't think anyone went to their next class and then told their friends.
Oh, this girl dropped the napkin.
Maybe they did. Oh, well, that was story number one, because that was not as embarrassing as it could have been. Next story. When I was driving, I took my driver's test. I was so nervous for my driver's test. I knew if I failed, I would have been a wreck. I'm a very emotional person, okay? I woke up the next morning, heart racing out of my chest. I get there, I see the area where I'm gonna be doing the driving, and my mom says it looks really simple, so I feel a little bit better. I get the person who's gonna be grading me on my test. The guy just did not look like he cared. He did not look like he wanted to be there, but I think that's how everyone is at the DMV. Look left, I look right, I look left, I look right again, I stop, I go, the lights, everything. The keys to passing your driver's test is honestly emphasizing everything that you do. I finish all this stuff, it gets to the part where I have to parallel park. Until this day, I don't know how to parallel park. Honestly, I could though. When I was doing driver's ed, they did teach me to parallel park. I was really good at it, and then I just kind of lost it. I go to parallel park. The guy tells me what car to do. I go up next to the car that I'm gonna parallel park, and he starts screaming. He goes,
No, no, no! Like, you're way too close. What are you doing? You're so close to this car.
so my heart starts racing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I too close to this car? Honestly, it wasn't that close. He was over exaggerating.
Whatever, just parallel park on this one, then do it, like, use it.
In that moment, the person whose car I was parallel parking on was in the DMV. They walked out of the DMV, hopped in their car, and drove away. So the car I was parallel parking behind was gone. And that was like my guidance car. It sounds easy, right? It's one less car to worry about. No. I back up, I back up, I back up. You can't look at your reverse camera, they cover it. I'm going, bump. I hit the curb.
Bump.
When I heard it, my stomach just dropped because I always heard from my friends, from everyone, if you hit the curb, you fail your test. My voice starts to crack. I remember just being like, I hit the curb. The tears are welling up in my eyes. I knew for a fact, I was like, it's over. He starts writing down stuff on the clipboard. Then he asks me,
Where did you do your driver's ed? Because clearly they didn't teach you a lot of things.
first he's gonna yell at me for the parallel parking. Now he's gonna attack me for where I was taught to. Now that I'm thinking back on it, that's disrespectful because I actually did have a pretty good driver's ed. No, I didn't. The other guy ended up in jail. The guy, like, he finishes giving me his lecture, and then he just rips the receipt and hands it to me. So I look at the receipt and I passed. I passed my test. The moment he stepped out of the car, boom, waterworks, tears. I cried. I don't feel that the DMV people need to treat you like that. I think the people who were next with, like, they were standing on the curb, they all saw me crying. Everyone saw me crying. Yeah, I cried the whole way home because the guy yelled at me. I just don't want someone to yell at me. Someone like a stranger. That's it for that story. I'm filming! I'm filming! Are you kidding me? So we're starting off with the setting. We are in high school. High school, it is my junior year. It's a nice spring day and I got nice jeans on, a nice shirt, and I put a pair of sandals with it. I had these sandals, they were from Charlotte Russe. They were white, they had some nice gems in the front. I'm going to third period, which is my Spanish class, and I'm walking up the staircase now to go to class. I'm walking up the stairs when I trip on my sandals. If this is the staircase, my foot is here, my sandal is here. So it bent like this, but my foot went on top of the staircase and just ripped off. So I fall forward because I have nothing holding me back. Mind you, this is when periods are changing, so everybody's moving around. I'm not the only person in the stairwell. There are multiple people in the stairwell. My bag goes forward. Things go flying out everywhere. I'm on the floor. People are looking down at me. Nobody helped me up. Nobody helped me up. Honestly, people probably laughed at me. Finally, I get up. I start picking up my stuff, like pulling myself together, and I'm basically at the top of the staircase. But when I'm at the top, this is where all the teachers stand outside of their classrooms, so they're waiting for everyone to get to class. This is the Spanish area. There is a Spanish teacher who is right by the doorway of the stairwell. She notices that I fell and comes into the stairwell to talk to me. I get up, and that's when I realize that my sandals is broken. Like my one side, my right foot, the middle part, like the thong part in the center, broke off. That part broke off. So I had nothing to put my toe in. The sandals were done. I start to walk and the sandals don't work. They're basically like, as I'm walking, the Spanish teacher notices it and she goes,
Oh, su zapato.
which means your shoe in Spanish. So I'm like, sí, mi zapato. Like, she's saying like,
Oh, lo siento. Sus zapatos se rompieron.
Yes, my shoe broke. I know. Like, and she's just making a bigger deal out of it. What I do is I drag my foot to class. I drag my foot in my broken sandal, walking in the hallway like this. I had a test in that class that day. Wonderful. Perfect. I went around the back of the classroom because I didn't want anyone to see me dragging my foot. That day, my sisters and brothers were at school. My mom wasn't home. It was only my dad at home. So I texted him and I said, please bring me another pair of shoes. Bring me anything. Like, just bring me another pair of shoes, please. And I gave like no context, no reasoning. The school is fairly close to my house, so it shouldn't have been an issue, but I had to put my phone away. I had to put my phone away right away because we had a test in Spanish class. No teléfonos. I finished my exam, then I raised my hand and I asked to go to the bathroom. I shuffled my way out of the class to go to the bathroom. I went around the back again so that nobody would realize, but I'm pretty sure people realized. Imagine the classroom is dead silent and this is what you hear. I slid out into the hallway and I closed the door and I was like, oh, thank God, like, I'm out of there. I thought I was clear from the public. Everybody was in classes, nobody would see me, so it was okay for me to shuffle my way to the bathroom to use my phone. But no, he was sitting at a desk at the end of the hallway. I shuffled my way over to the security guard past him. He stared at me like this. I get to the bathroom, I start calling my dad, and I'm like, please, 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 get me a pair of shoes, bring it to me ASAP. Before he like just says, yeah, I'll bring you a pair. No, my dad wants an explanation. Then I got a lecture. Then I got a lecture on how I'm constantly buying cheaper shoes. That's my fault for my shoe breaking and me tripping and falling in front of the school. That's my fault. He brought me the shoes. Saved the day. I got it right before my class was over, so I was able to run down there and grab it, put them on, go back to class. I relive it every time I tell it, honestly, and it did teach me a good lesson. I will never be buying shoes from Charlotte Russe again. Do I still buy cheap things that I know won't last? Yeah. I'm freezing. Those were just a few of my embarrassing stories. My golly. Definitely let me know if you like this video because I have more and I'm willing to share them. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe because this is content that you just don't get for free. I promise, promise, promise I'm gonna be consistent. Thank you for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Peace. This is my most embarrassing, I can't speak, disrespectful. Tu zapato. Move like a snake. Move like a snake.